Eight. All of my fade too. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Happy People TV. Orlando Pirates fan channel. Man, did I miss the show, man? It is the Bucs Live show. I'm joined by the panel, Mr. Coach, and Ben my Steeler. Buffet too. Before I get into too many things, how are you guys doing? I'm showing another respect. Good guys alone.
Hey, Fetsu, feel like a chile at every 2 days. Get pry. Too much happiness is continue. And pay fair, wherever you like to call it. It's your keep up, right? Skills one, Mr. Pen.
Ay, mapagania. Ay, ish. Kana mare, what should you do? So parents should keep us this happy, man.
How do we deserve it? Like, how do we actually deserve it? Yeah, Mr. Pen.
Amara, no. All things good. I can remember July before the season started. The mood was not the same as it is right now.
Thank you. That's actually something very valid. Mr. Coach, one more time.
How quickly can things change in the world of football? Just 3 weeks, and you forget about all your problems.
I'm not in fit. Yes, if you are seeing the show for the first time, it is Bucs Chat Live. It's like a therapy session. If you guys look at the screen, you'll see there's even some topics there. We've got a couple of topics that we go through, but it's one of those loose shows. It's been a while since we've done it, which is why I miss it so much. So I'm just gonna lay out the lay of the land as is right now, before we get into the heartfelt discussions, before we get any chilling. So the topics are, as I read, Ouaddou, expectation versus reality. So basically, from what we expected at the beginning of the season and what we have now, is it matching up? How is it? And then who's our ideal number 10? Because we seem to have many. And then we have a Mabasa to be our greatest striker of all time. He's about to, I believe he's going to beat the record. Should we be worried about Chiefs and Skukune besides Sundowns? Because that looks like to be the competition that is facing us right now. And then we ended off with, can we start dreaming again? Last season, it was Jose's third season. We were used to 2 trophies a season. And then it all came to where it is right now. And so, can we start dreaming again, Buffett? Are we over the, what do we call it? The calculation phase? Are we over the analysis phase or Ganjan, Buffett? So yeah, that is the other one. Can we start dreaming again? I'll be controlling the show in terms of bringing in guests. So guests, once you are in and you can actually hear us, I just want to see your hand up and then I'll add you into the stream. And so without any further ado, since I've got a new intro to show off with, let me hit that and then we get into the topics. Machibos!
Hi, it's Gama Kipu. That's a Kipu Mshabaka Maspan. So big so peaceful. It's the Happy People TV. Yango Papaganea.
Yeah, Boba Fett. Well, Ben Bastila, you seem like you are the one at the podium at the moment. Zitin Lapumpitu. In terms of this first one, expectation versus reality, is he adding what did you expect and how is he matching up to that?
Well, expectation obviously was to pick up from the season, challenge for the league, challenge for the Champions League. MTN8 is stock standards. So I think I'd said Vela Nakote when the season started that once the coach wins the MTN8, then we are sure, okay, we are going somewhere. So I would say, if anything, now that the team is coming together, I'd say it's kind of like exceeding expectations. Last season, as much as we did win a lot of games, but we didn't get a lot of games where we have a 2-goal, 3-goal margin with a clean sheet consistently. So, yeah, now I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Okay. Mr. Coach, right now, no expecting to yeah. Expectation, reality.
Like what Relebohile Praga, why it's William Fitch to say on a public platform. I remember just after Coach Ouaddou was announced, we had a Bucs chat live and we all gave our opinions. So Hambanini is going to last. Will it be here in January? Will it be here come July? Is it going to last 3 weeks? And the first 2 games of the season did not help in that regard. So I'm currently swallowing my words. Very much happy to do so. I think, look, my biggest issue, I remember I did say that it's possible, but I wasn't too optimistic about it. My biggest concern was, can he do it over a 30-game league season? And as much as that hasn't been proved yet, I mean, it's only been, we've only played 4 league games, but I'm definitely a lot more optimistic. The future is looking bright. He's using all the right players. Good things come in 3, like you would have seen in the player ratings. 3 back to clean sheets, wire. I think Open said something very important. In fact, he spoke about even last season. If you take away that 8-1, Marumo Gallants, we're averaging 1 goal a match, 2 goals maximum. So now we are looking a little more consistent, and more importantly, one thing I must give him credit for, Coach Ouaddou has solved our aerial battle problem as it stands. Set piece like warfetu kira lava bas kaya lava. Corner kick bas kaya, free kick bas kaya, pola letu lele. We're keeping clean sheets, we don't look like conceding at all. He's using all the players that I feel like deserve to be playing, maybe 1 or 2 exceptions, but I mean, are we ever going to be happy? And also, I think, the last one I want to mention is that, with all due respect to Jose, he deserves all the credit. I think he left with 5 trophies, which he deserved. Ouaddou looks like he has an edge when it comes to tactically in-game. Now, maybe Jose planned better for games, but Jose, if things weren't going wrong in that match, we're going to have to fix it in the next game. Coach Ouaddou, we solve as things are happening, and I think that's incredible. Again, the future's looking bright.
No, that sounds dope, man. It's actually pretty dope that we are at this place where we can actually like dream like this in Fitu. It's special in Fitu. For now, it is pretty special. When it comes to my expectation, I kept on saying, yes, in Fitu. This man has not played a full season. We shouldn't expect much. So my expectations were, I don't want to say on the floor. I was just saying, if we are saying that he is supposed to be continuing the legacy of Jose, or doing well after him, I was like, hey guys, let's not put so much pressure on him, especially with all these players. So we have a new coach. We have a bunch of new players that we haven't seen before, I get it. And he has to integrate all of those people, and we're not, he's not used to handling a lot of players, let alone big players. So I was like, that's it, let us just temper our expectations, but reality now. Reality now. I don't know what I could have done to to anticipate the kind of reality we're getting now. So
sorry to cut you off. There's a mess happening with the sound. I don't know where it's coming from.
Let me see if I mute Ben, if it's going to be better. Okay, Ben, I muted you, so I think maybe just switch off your mic and switch it back on. Nah, Ben. Okay, yeah, so what are you saying now? I mean, dude, there's so many things to get into. Like, I want us to carry on with this conversation a little bit. Let me just see if it's my sound that's is maybe wilding because. Okay, hello, is everything fine? Is everything fine? Okay, let me just see. Okay, D-Dings. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I think you guys can hear me clearly, né? I believe you can. So, I wanted to just stay a little bit on this topic in terms of reality now because, I mean, we've had so many midfield combinations that we could have tried. Right now we have an injury to Tito. There's so many things that could have happened and could have gone wrong. And if you look at it, Sibili changed the game in the MTN8 first leg. I even remember seeing Mr. Coach, what was that thumbnail just for that after that first leg? And there was even that comment from Cindy Baloy. Can you please just explain that to me? And then you'll see why I'm actually mentioning this one.
My goodness, I don't think I remember. It was something to do with us bouncing back, basically, within a shot of the MTN8. I can't remember the actual words. Honestly, it's been a couple of weeks now. I closed some commented, and I know we're just looking at it.
Okay, yeah. We were just looking at it. It's basically.
I remember.
Yeah.
Cindy Baloy was talking about. Shout out for the comment, by the way. Can we please play Mofokeng in the 10? I want to see something along those lines.
So what is that? That is that innovation that we couldn't have expected. I mean, Mofokeng was played in the 10 last season, didn't kind of work out. He tried for Bafana, kind of worked out, kind of didn't work out. So that happened. We have Tito, we have Mbule. I wasn't sure. You and I were having an argument about, is Mbule going to work in the 10 with the kind of fitness that he's working with right now?
Yeah.
What happened? Now he is actually playing in the 10 for the national team after only a couple of games. So I think that is one of those important things, just to say, Hore, okay, so expectation was that this guy is going to take a while to let everything gel. Reality is that he has even done over what we expected in that sense. Itara Ben, I can hear you. Yeah, he's even done over what we expected, and the reality that we are having right now, or that we are faced with right now. Man, dude, 3-0 after 2 losses. I don't know how else I can say it. I just wanted a couple more of Machita to jump in. Chaos was here, but then he left. But I don't want to leave this conversation so quickly because I even saw your comment. I was working on one of the videos that we were meant to do, né? And you were on about. I don't think we can defend Ouaddou after this result. And it was, I think, the loss against Kukune or one of the.
I was saying that leading up to the Marumo Kellens. I was like, look, it's too soon to panic. But if he loses the Kellens, I have nothing to say to defend him.
On top.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, that turnaround, I don't know if we have to give him a round of applause. I don't know what we have to do, make a brand new thumbnail, make a graphic to show. We are even thinking about Africa right now when we were just saying, let's just stay in it. So let's just go around the table right now. Whether in terms of trophies and league position, what were you expecting at the beginning of the season? What are you expecting now that we have made this progress?
Honestly, when it comes to that, I haven't changed, bro. I said this very clearly in the last Bucs Chat Live. League MTN8 is dessert. It's a nice to have, but my number one priority is league. And I was worried, Mfethu, because he hadn't proven and still hasn't proven that he can do that. I was very much concerned. And again, those first 2 league losses, which is heartbreaking. But when I think about now, so I'll give Coach Ouaddou credit for sure. He's shown some very, 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 very good signs early on in the season, especially if I think about our league form the last 3 games. We played pretty well. And something that, I was speaking about it in the group. By the way, if you're not in the group, join the group. I mean, if you even want to join this very stream, you'll find the link in the group and we can have your thoughts. But what I want to say is that in the group, I was very clear, Hore. Nah, it's too soon to judge him because my priority is the league, and even though there's a lot of hullabaloo about him being unfit and get him out and whatnot, and so, eventually I ended up jumping to his defense because as much as we lost to Kukune and Gallants, the big takeaways that I got from myself was that Kukune, okay, like Gallants, we might have lost that game, but there were lots of good things, bro. We created a plethora of chances, and I think we were unlucky not to win that game. Kukune as well, especially in the second half. We definitely dominated the game, created the chances, and we just weren't clinical or ruthless in the final third. So because of that, I could defend him and say, okay, sharp, bad run of results, but I am seeing that the football, I'm seeing what he's coming with, his game model, as he would say. I'm seeing what he's trying to do, and I can definitely see the chances are there. We just have to bury them. And maybe you can cite he shot himself in the foot by starting Mutuma and the Radio Mans, and the fact that Mahoba and Mabasa have gotten on the score sheet as well. Clearly, you can cite that as a result of that, but the fact that we're creating chances is enough for me to hold on and say, okay, can we please maintain this? Can we keep going? Again, the rotation is a huge factor. You don't win the league with 4 back-to-back wins, or even 12 for that matter. It's about can you do it over 30 games? And if you can keep rotating and maintaining that level, it'll be very unfortunate if we don't come back with the league. Again, it's very early, but the signs are there that we are capable.
Yeah.
And I will look at the coach if we don't come back with it.
You look at the coach if we do not come back with the actual fully in its full glory, the actual Betway Premiership itself. Okay, I like that. Mr. Penn, Aaron Crane, like we are talking about, what were you expecting in terms of trophies, league position, and at the beginning of the season, and how's it looking now, Chief?
Eric, expectation was a continuation from the expectation that was there last year. Last season, when we were 4 or 5 games in, I think we'd won all those games. We were top of the league. We'd won the MTN8 for the 3rd time, and we were challenging for everything. So, challenging for everything continues again this season. It's just last year, challenging for everything, the reality of it was that we didn't have the squad depth, and the second half of the season, when fatigue started kicking in and injuries, there wasn't really much we could do about it. Whereas now we have 2 starting 11s. First starting 11 and another starting 11, and they'll give you 3, both of them. So, I would say, okay, I think now when I'm looking at it in retrospect, from preseason, the first game against Kukune, and then Marumo, and then after that, Stellenbosch, Sundowns, and all of that, I realized that actually, those first few games, the coach was, rotating all those players that we had, trying to see if these type of combinations would work, starting with the Radio Man, trying Mariko and all of that. And I actually even realized, let's help Moremi. Then when you get introduced, they claim on the right, doing that whole left-footed player on the right inverted thing. And with him, I think the coach realized that no, it's not his strong foot. It's not his best attribute. So rather play him on the left. I think also figuring out that left wing, right wing thing that we had in the beginning. I think after solving that and being able to rotate, know who plays where and which combinations gel, I think it's made everything easier now. So now, even during a game, Hobo or not okay, I remember last season, if the game wasn't working properly, our plan was, yeah, Faka Kabelo Dlamini dive. We'll see what happens. Yeah, he'll break through. Now, say to as a Kabelo Dlamini fella, you've got to and only wing near Safara like Mofokeng and Eli now on his own there on his side. Linkota more. If Nkota is a bad game, Mofokeng is a bad game, there's nothing you can do about it. Now I'm fair to Faga Spilebili, the Achates on change of Faga Omo striker. So now I'm fair to I think now, if anything, we can challenge properly for the league. Kev, league coach self plan and actually, no, we want the Champions League. So, if we could do it, got team in Leona last season, we could get to the semi-final. I think no, we can go all the way. We've got everything we need.
All the way, Fitz, all the way. Yeah, okay, no.
Too young. Okay, when you go to Sava, Stellenbosch, one of the phases that are no, we want Real Madrid.
I remember seeing that, bro.
They might not admit it, but in Tlorkop, naturally, like Sababala, Vale problems of one self. What's we the Praga? Malugba Samufane, Brazilian and Shangani, but they put sugar when I
no league game is Ogalang. Real Sundowns. Hey, what can you come to the train?
Sure.
They need to watch out.
Now I to be like you, I want to paisa. What do me allow you half time musa lead pasop because Coach Ouaddou coach a tactical part. Once I cannot change room with players high. Good luck.
And actually, dog, like you actually mentioned something about how last season, Kachoze, like if something's wrong in the game, like in the first half, it's will really solve the problem in the second half. Or if we do, we solve it by that one goal, individual brilliance from Mofokeng, Kota, that type of thing. Like the same way, like the last few games I have. It's always there just that one or two moments of brilliance that would save us. No, I want them to coach like the Sundowns game. I want to coach. I want to rock here. It's taking a long ball. Don't fit to keep him up and down. 19 next. Change.
Fast
change. Like we are change. No, I want to rock here. It's taking no. No, I want to change. I want to roll first half. No, it was gridlocked and all those things. Like Emilia Stellenbosch. It was one on substitutions. It was one on the bench. Because Steve Barker said some Mjela da check Yabona Shwa, Fagabu Cupido, and then on our side, Renam feature Fagile fresh legs. Yes, it's post 90 minutes. Stellenbosch was done, and we have no channel. We have another fresh. Starting 11. So that's something I give Frostanang like the current coach. So if it's gonna continue like this, then this season we are not safe. We need bulletproof vest.
Can't be caught in public no more, man.
Yeah.
Are they gonna call us cheaters, or is this going to be a situation Yabuma police station, or are they going to say, no, you got all the players, don't act like you are being brand new, or how do you think the reaction is going to be from other people?
First of all, refa something. No bang refa me grounding. Still Pirates are winner. And more importantly, I don't want to hear this, you've got all the players, because last season I think we signed 3 players. So we are covering for the last 2 transfer windows, and if you balance out, you'll see where everything is fine. The only ones who are going to cry are Sundowns, because we took their budget that they spend on 1 players and we spread it out and got a number of quality players. It's not our fault they want to spend 50 million on freedom fighters who end up leaving them. Mira. So akunama excuse no mfethu. Now akunama excuse. I think we got one call from the ref. That was that penalty. Amahopa vele. I agree there was not a penalty. Tito arwaitse king bafethu. I batle ditori our guy goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Re ba hlabe 3 ya bona fair and square. So mfethu, we've got everything we needed. We have also let go of a lot of players. I think we probably have, if I'm not mistaken, something like 33 registered players. So our number ropa no, it's clean. And then Rabaka first half head start. It's not our fault.
So
yeah.
Okay, cool, Jess. I think we can move on to the next one. I think we've laid the land. We know what we are good at and what's working for us so far. So now let's put our coaching caps on along with Ntate Abdeslam, and let's talk about that number 10 position. Ben, here is Mofokeng. He had a whole chance, Mabani, to play on the left and in the 10. I think I mentioned at the beginning of the show why this topic actually exists. So when it comes to Mofokeng in the 10, Mbule in the 10, and Tito in the 10, if you look at traditional and experience, what people have been doing season by season, it's been Tito that's been regularly in the 10. So yeah, let's hear your take. Who's our best number 10 and what you have for this whole number 10 situation as a whole?
Okay. On the 10 position, firstly, I'll say there's no such thing as substitutes. It's only impact players.
Yes, I coach Ouaddou.
What happens to chaos away? Sure.
I think, why the last season I noticed how, and like that, there was that season where Tito won the player of the season, right?
Yeah.
I think after that season, Nisitsi Manje ba make sure 10 year reina by our number 10 doesn't have peace. So you see, I'd also say that's why Tito started, having to go deeper to collect the ball and things like that. So Erekere Nisitsi Banale playing already Tito number 10 whereas now, if we've got 3 options for Balale Kabelo Dlamini, I think it's excellent because our creme feature one game, this game shaba the video Tito no I'm sorry Tito at first half. If I give bully, I like the option of like the variety of we change, and then and then also what I've noticed is that this thing the squad is big. It actually it forces them to do better. Like Kishabambata last season, Lembata this totally
Complete strangers. True. Wouldn't even be friends.
Yeah, I can't know Muri through it. I want to pass a crane, bench, Usailo Ploma.
Yeah. So
he's passing like his rent is due. Like, so okay, and then yeah, so Nagrata another thing, and then also Lirele, Gabona that thing, Appollis doing well. We got her leaving, all this pressure and shit. Leori, Hugo Bruce, I'm fucking benching. I can't stand in Bosch and Fitch. Now for me was my man of the match. Fede, I mean the goals and all it's really from Moremi and Appollis and all, but he played. He gave that game 110%. Yeah, so I like that. That competition, keep rotating it. One game you're playing with that player, next game you're playing with that player. It's good.
Okay, but I just want to ask quickly, Mara, you have to go play a match. You're setting up your squad. Call it a Champions League final or Sundowns go Maraba start. Who are you starting in the 10?
In the 10.
And who's the impact?
The impact. Vele in the game, you're gonna have 2 10s. First half, Vela record Vela. I have to. So let me see. Now, actually, I prefer Mbuleka second half. So I would. I can start it with Tito, and then. Yeah, actually, I could start with Tito and then Mbule second half, and then on games where things happen, then Kifagari more 10. I wouldn't put Relay on 10 or number 10 like as
From the get-go, yeah.
Yeah, from the get-go. No, it's an impact player type of thing.
Okay. I like that. Mr. Chaos,
My brother.
are you working with the modem? Are you working with 3G, 4G? Skipper and network Yeah. Okay. Wait up. Now we're just talking about this whole number 10 situation in P2.
Okay.
Yeah, Mfethu, who is your ideal number 10, Mfethu? Because it seems like we're having many options. Tito higher, I know, but
He's actually fit, by the way. I hear you saying that Tito is fully fit, available for selection.
Is he available or he's not around?
He hasn't been playing in the past couple of games ever since he got injured. So yeah.
Let me tell you why then. It's because of the options of number 10s we have. My God. Even from other positions, there's players who are playing 10 perfectly as well. Wantala.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Your Mahopa of the season, Akaidala le 10. But anyway,
Yes, Mr. Chaos. Yeah.
For me, my guy, the best thing for me is Mbule, bro. I'll definitely play Mbule. And then, if Mbule gets tired, I'll put Mofokeng on 10.
Only if Mbule gets tired.
Only Monagas Ola Khatali Olajo. Lebaring Gamuch.
Okay, Bolo ay khathali. Mara yena unalo khathala. Yeah.
Now, but he's the best, man. Why wanna see the season he's having now? For me, personally.
Okay, dope. Okay, impact on clean impact, Hardy.
Yeah, hi, straight.
No, who's your impact number 10? Is it going to be Tito or Relay?
Currently, it's Relay.
Alright, cool. So, Manje Tito, third in your pecking order. And the Tito are not positioning way. Get position higher, pila, yeah.
The only reason I've only seen Tito playing how many matches this season, like just honestly, he had one good match. Elagana Kwakora Chipa United. So, it's a hard nut to crack to say, hey man, Tito's doing best because Onano Asale. I can't even tell you his impact. So the impact right now is really, I really wait for the hand. And then he's coming from a position. He's coming from a position. See how Moremi is handling the left now. Yeah, so really can take care of number 10 right now. Dog. 10 position. With full effectively like full hands.
Yeah. One guy once.
A guy. He can do it.
As the impact, but Mbule is your guy.
But Mbule is my guy. Thank you,
right.
sir.
Away. Mr. Ghost, did you say how your opinion is 100% okay, Mr.
I actually love that we all have different answers, my chance. It makes me so happy. Because whoever you go with, Oksalayo to be completely honest, I think because we won goals, I think first of all, Master Chef ntho e etsang ka bolo sometimes.
Master
I
Chef.
ke utlwisisa mfethu o rutile ke mang so di etsang ka diski, but his ability to just control everything, no matter where you put him on the pitch, he is in control. But I think when it comes to the final third, I'm still lacking a little bit of sharpness from him. I think he's just a tad too slow for me in the final third. In terms of decision making, he's more of a deep line playmaker. So I know he can play the 10 and can do an incredible job at 10, but I think his kind of abilities work so much better at 8, considering what we get from who I think is my number 10. And I think, honestly, personally, I think there might not be a number 10 for Mofokeng in the PSL currently. And I say this because Mofokeng is so dynamic in the number 10. He can take players on, and he adds, Coach Ouaddou was speaking about as player like Mabasa. Mabasa needs his midfielders to play a little bit closer to him so that they can supply him, so they can combine together. And if you think about the last 2 games, specifically, Mofokeng is so incredible at doing that. He can play combination on the left, Moremi. He can play with Appollis on the right, or Sibilibili on the right, and he can, whether you play Mahopa or Mabasa in the 10, in the striker position. Mofokeng is so dope at combining. And what I like the most about Mofokeng is that you're seldom gonna find him dropping in deep. Instead of having a front 3 Mofokeng on the pitch playing 10, we now have a front 4 because he's part of the attacking players. So I think for me, he's our best option. I even want to see him start taking shots again. I think he can get more goals, start finding a scoring boost in that position. If he's not getting the assist in Fetu, he's getting the secondary assisted pass to Mabasa. To Moremi before Moremi pays it across to Mabasa. I think he's absolutely incredible. So for me, my number 10 is definitely Mofokeng, and I might even go in a situation where I start Mofokeng in the 10 and maybe Mbule just behind him. And when I want to make tactical tweaks, I would shift Mofokeng to the left-hand side, just for example. And then bring somebody, maybe a Tito or Mbule in the 10, or even Moremi. He had some few minutes, I think it was against Orbit, where he was playing down the middle, and he looked really good. Moremi actually looks good everywhere except on the right-hand side. So he can definitely play there in the 10 when necessary. Tito, I think the bench will serve Tito very well, honestly speaking. I think he might even have a resurgence like Mbata. Akaplomanyana ali fit. Our coach get ready. But 3-4 games in the stands or staying in Gauteng, I think you'll get that bit of a spark, because for me the abilities, he's proven it in Fetu. The quality is there. He's a nice and different profile. But I don't know if he maybe needs to get his mind right, or he needs a little bit of coaching. I'm not sure what it is. I can't say. I can license it. But I think he will benefit from a little bit of sidelining. He'll come back with more hunger, and maybe play better into the coach's tactics and start doing a much better job at 10 again, because he's still dropping a little too deep for my liking. So yeah, I like the fact that between the 3 number 10s, you can keep one of them completely out of the match day squad and still be strong enough. We have to rotate. We're not even talking about Guaiba, my gents. He still has to come in and do his job. We're not even talking about Shenko, and Shenko has a role to play in the club. So
shouldn't we be talking about Shenko? But anyway, I hear what you're saying, bro.
But yeah, we're spoiled for choice of Fetu. But yeah, top 3 definitely. I still think it's Mofokeng number 1, number 2 Mbule in certain circumstances, and 3rd Tito until something changes.
For me, it's actually pretty simple. Number 1.
Do you mean that? No, I'm kidding.
He's our most number 10.
Is he?
Just that you did cite just now, Hore, there's times where he drops deep too much and all of that. But when it comes to the job, number 10, I feel like I trust him the most so far. The president, can he be compared with other players. He's getting better and better and better. And one day it's going to be as clear as day. It's going to be set in stone that the president is the best number 10 in Africa, in the world. And then when he plays in left wing for 3 weeks, he's the best left wing in the world. And then when he plays in right wing for 3 weeks, he's the best right wing. So right now, definitely my number 2 in terms of impact. But now Mbule just stole my heart. But Mr. Coach. Yeah,
imagine Ouaddou mfethu Hashim let's take a water.
Yo, bro, like imagine the headache. Imagine the headache. So, Tito, a little bit is also just to be a little bit, how can I say, to be different and not to just pick whatever you took. Ideally, like I said, Tito, and then president, but okay, look, let me say it like this. I would either start with either Tito or Mbule, and then president would be right next or right after. So that is actually how I would tackle it. I hope it's not blasphemous, or I hope it's not something that doesn't make sense.
No, but we're spoiled for choice. For example, again, Tito, I believe Tito wants. Whatever Kawatang is over, he can come back into those Mshishi versus Tito conversations again. Again, the quality is there, Mfethu. That first touch and turn, Mfethu 10 Tito is definitely top 3 in the PSL. I think, like I'm saying, small things he needs to work on. Maybe it's a different profile, I understand, but maybe provide more threat in the final third. And for goodness sake, can he start to shoot as well? Accurately? He shoots, but his shots are so tamed. I think he can definitely do better in that. Similar to Mbule. Mbule bafethu waliqhomela. La man uthi bawushuta nakuziwa asashuthi.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's there. As far as I'm concerned, there is no objective right answer as who's the perfect 10 or the best 10, and I just love that.
No, Mr. Coach, there is no perfect 10. Look at the test there. It is very, very rare for somebody to have that perfect 100%. But I think I have been trying to portray Hore. I am definitely loving this here headache, Mr. Coach. This is a very good selection and, tactical headache. Yeah. Let me just leave it there. Away, Buffet to Mr. KOC. Mr. KOC is up and down. This is why I was asking him. I wasn't being mean, right? When I was like, Spanisa internet thing, I was trying to, I was asking him a serious question because I really needed to know whether he's using 3G or what, and he's just offline. So I'll just kick him out until his connection becomes better, and we shall move on to the next topic right after I just read this here comment. Amos, thank you very much. Amos, a little bit of a round of applause.
Thank you.
He's been up. It's worth it when you guys come through, watch, comment, and have your own opinions. Cause so let's get on to the next topic. Amos, you found us just talking about the 10s, and I know that you actually have a big opinion there, but you're just a little bit late. Okay, next topic, guys. After the number 10 situation is this one here. Is Mabasa going to go down as one of greatest Paganea strikers of all time? Just not just off of numbers, but also off of the impact that he has in the squad. I would just like to say, just as we kick off, my favorite ever Paganea striker is Slow Poison Leslie Manyatela, for again a legend. That's my legend. Mabasa, will he go down as one of those? Or is he going to go down as legend? He changed the game. Did a lot for Paganea. Let's hear. I'll start with you, Ben. As long as Ben can hear. Oh, okay, there he is. We just can't hear you, Mr. Ben. I think you must switch your mic back on.
Oh yeah, I was saying.
My
my personal favorite striker were Pirates that I saw with my own eyes. Give Mr. Mr. Ish. Okay.
I jumped the gun. My bad. Go on.
I can count. No, the best South African striker. I don't claim him as an Orlando Pirates striker. That's why we all, we deserve a share in South Africa because of his greatness. But nearly Mr. Praise, excellent walas. And then, but then again, also Len, I remember he'd score 2 goals, 2 goals, 2 goals, 2 goals, and the next thing, no goals, and then next thing, when or something like that.
Just sorry to interrupt you. We need that guy on the podcast somewhere, Fitz. Even in People TV, I need answers, bro. You can't score goals like that, then boom, gone. Never to hear from him ever again.
Yeah.
I need answers, but yeah, please go on.
Yeah, and then obvious Penny Penny was out of this world. And then the thing is that when I like Hana Strike, I mean in my lifetime I did see Mbesuma, and then I did see Knowledge Musona. So when I think strike, I think of that striker who's Anthony Lafort. So, and we hardly ever had that type of striker who's like known for just scoring goals. I guess Fedeno Sele Mabasa is taking that title, but hence that's why Leona, the goal scoring record, yeah, Pirates, it's where it gets all who was a midfielder and not a striker. So, in the striking department, more Pirates, yeah, it's always, that hot season or two, but I haven't necessarily, right now, I haven't seen anything better fitted than Mabas. So, I guess he'll go down as him, because, I mean, hey, he's been paying in these goals, eh? I nakala lifaka ligolo fethu. Yeda goal. Yeah. Oh, and another striker that I enjoyed, well, nearly Tula Zimboya. When I score, a part of my body wants to go left, and another part of my body wants to go right.
You wow.
Yeah. Plus, daily strikers are like a treble winning season, so I do remember him saving us a couple of times. But yeah. Le Mahuta. Mahuta was very good.
Definitely.
Mahuta, I need Habanete. And then, yeah. Oh, and then Erasmus when he was still Erasmus. Yeah. When he was still Erasmus. Yeah.
True.
When I remember Erasmus the first time around when he'd strike with
Machoro.
Uza. Or Machoro. Yeah, but no, actually, no. When I come to think about it, I'm about some feature. Mkaya.
Dope. Mr. Coach, obviously.
I must first pay respect to some very important names, and I'm going to name my current top 5, and it is in this order of all time. Now, I won't claim to have seen them all, but some people, in fact, you hang around enough Paganias, Mama Time, Abu Angel, you end up
know.
Noma 61 ngiyazi William Okpara mfethu bekablind angimbonanga mina, but I know
Well,
it goes down. Yeah, ngithola. So my top 5 strikers, number 1 is definitely Ben in the 18 area. I don't care if you only played 12 games. I am willing to get into a debate that is the greatest striker to bless the country, and you're gonna have to name people I've never seen for me to be like fade. My number 2, Legs of Thunder, Cheris Kosana. That man delivered the CAF Champions League, and his name will forever be in lights as far as I'm concerned. My number 3, Dennis Lotter, Chisampama, and that is because I think Mabasa just overtook him. Lotter's either number 4 or number 5. highest goal scorers of all time in the PSL era, and I think Lotta only played 2 seasons. That doesn't happen by chance. I could be wrong by a season or 2. My number 4 is Leslie Slow Poison. Of course, you don't just retire a number, and it's not just called the Leslie Mangatela Golden Boot for nothing. One of the greatest strikers to bless the game, the PSL. Mabasa's my number 5. And I think about the fact that he's only 3 goals away from equaling Villarreal's record, goal scoring record. Honestly, Mfethu, for me, if Mabasa jumps Villarreal even by 1 goal, and that happens the same season that he wins a Champions League with a Pirates badge on his jersey, straight to number 1. I don't care. Anybody says he's the greatest we've ever had. Yeah. Someone's gonna have to score more goals, because yes, we talk about like many things, especially when we start talking about Mahopa, we start to now mentioning all the things that a striker should be doing, all these nice things about dynamic, what give, does this and that for the other players. But a striker's number 1 job is to score goals. The fact that he's only 3 goals behind our highest goal scorer, who did so in 03 or 04 if I'm mistaken, it means something. So yeah, for me, if he goes to number 1 and he delivers a CAF Champions League, maybe I'll understand the triple. We'll see. Time will go. But if it comes to the CAF Champions League, all hail Mabasa. He is my number 1 goal Pirate striker of all time. And I'll have to find another list for Benny.
Oh, that's a tough one, Buffett. Not to be honest, I have no idea how to answer this, actually. I don't even know why I came up with this question. Like, I feel like I'm starting to feel the headache that about FIFA, when they have to get a Ballon d'Or, the headache that they have, because we were mentioning who, like, I just wanted to say Slow Points. That's all I wanted to say. But now that we really have to think about it, bro, it's way more difficult. Oh wait. So while I think about my answer, let me quickly just read a comment. Amos Danko Are Mabasa is a great striker. I still want to see him scoring goals in big occasions, like in the finals against big guns, and not just domestically, but also in the Champions League, kind of like what you were saying. And then he came through and said he needs to be consistent in finding the back of the net, and that makes you to be counted amongst the best. So I would say to that, Amos, he is consistent.
He just has to play. You can't be consistent without playing consistently. Yeah.
Hey, but Amos actually mentioned something very important there. I think also why it wasn't very easy to just straight up say Mabasa is the greatest striker of all time is because he also doesn't really score on big games.
Yeah.
When it matters most. I don't remember Golia Mabasa against Chiefs. I don't remember Golia Mabasa against Sundowns.
Can you remember Okay, so sorry to remember. Sorry to just cut you in there, but I'm gonna jump to his defense. Do you remember him starting those games in the first place?
No. Vele, game time. Game time will always determine it. But I don't remember him doing it.
Could there maybe be a reason why he hasn't been started? Just as a question mark.
I would say yes. Ben, sorry, you'll continue just now. I would say yes. The reason he hasn't started is because we haven't been playing, recent times under Jose and now with Coach Ouaddou. When we think final, we think striker, work hard. We don't think let us supply the striker. We think striker, work hard, step up defense. If you're playing him consistently and he's your trusted gunman and you supply him, because honestly speaking, in the last 2-3 seasons, maybe even 4, Mabasa has never been the subject of supply, bro. He's having to score goals every now and then when he comes onto the pitch, but we're never playing to feed him. So how is he going to prove himself if he's being isolated one Lagopele and our wingers back hard? But if we're doing something similar like what Coach Ouaddou did in the previous game, now granted it was Diodi, must leave that caveat there. But if you're playing for him and you're supplying him, maybe he can do it. Same thing against Stillies. He came on in the second half. I think it was his second chance. Buried it. So supply him. And then Irameste, Nugget accept. But he's not even somebody who's missing a lot of chances. He's just not getting them in the first place. But yeah, please go on, Ben.
Yeah.
But then he did score in 2 back-to-back MTN8 finals, so we can't take that for granted.
Exactly.
So, yeah, you're right. So Shotan man, wabona break that record, score an important goal, league, score an important goal, CAF, and then he's the greatest.
I think it's very positive, or it's very fortunate for us that he's coming into his own, and actually he's going to break the record in a season that I feel like we as Orlando Pirates are going to do well. If this happened maybe last season, where things didn't work out exactly to our expectations, it would have been different. Also, just basically making a point to say, it also goes with the whole headache thing that I was talking about. So let's see how it does it. So when it comes to Nahaledi Traikabafetu, I'm going to repeat it one more time. Slow poison. Leslie Mayatela. How come we didn't retire his shirt? But anyway, I digress.
It is.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Oh, it's 22. Yeah.
22. Sorry for
22 is retired. Mbule only wore it now in the CAF, and you know CAF will be allowed retired jerseys.
Okay. Let me let it go. Leslie Mayatela. When I look at my football watching career, the person that made me feel like, yeah, what I know she will little quality, Benny in the 18 area. Like I was like, a striker supposed to do this.
You know, KP till this day. Till this very day in 2025, I still can't believe Benny played for my club, bro. I still can't believe it, bro.
Yeah. We were so lucky, bro. I was like, this can happen. So, I don't know how, Ben, you started by saying, you don't want to count him. I don't know how we count these things, but...
No, what I mean, Corey, Benny Fetu, you know how we saying Appollis. Appollis is a national asset.
Pain.
So it's the same thing up here, you know. They can claim him as a national asset because free kick who celebrate your penalty.
Yeah.
Gonna kick renal plan.
Sure.
Gonna kick renal plan. Paganea. Oh.
That Dane-Clade Benny combination of it too. If Clade gets to whip that ball in, you might as well start celebrating.
Yeah, so Benny in the 18 area for me also goes down as one of the greatest. Excellent so I'll have to go back and investigate again. From there, we're not a club that's actually famous for the striker.
Not at all.
So it's a bit tough. He has to go down as the greatest Pagania striker if he breaks that record, in my opinion. Especially because now he will now be the standard to say, okay, we graduated from two attacking midfielder, central midfielder, not even a winger, being the person to score the goals. We saw Chiefs having their strikers score season in, season out. We saw Swallows having their strikers scoring. We are looking at Shalulile. We are like, Bafitu, come on. So Rona, if we don't get to dribble, Makaya, if he doesn't put it in, Sekulele, if it doesn't, if Saleng retires, go.
You know, now that you say it like that, ne, I think Belenon Vete just deserves an honorable mention. Now, he's a Kosi legend, if we're being honest. No, can't really say he's a Pirates legend, but we're talking about the second record goal scorer at PSL. He held that record up until this season. Charlie it's been many years. Strikers have come and gone, but Berenovete maintained it. So yeah, he deserves his honorable mention because he once donned the black and white.
Okay. Yeah, no, I agree there. So I think for this topic, guys, we can end it by saying Ogutsi, I think we all agree he has to go down in the books as one of the best ever. I'm seeing one comment here just before we move on to the next one. It is by Jungle King. Short chance, Jungle King. Are 9 my books the greatest is still Legs of Thunder, followed by the rest. As for cheese number 22, thank you very much. It says, I even took one of those nullities pins, those things that you make tattoos with in prison. And I made a tattoo. Not that I did it in prison. I did it when I was like 5 years old. I don't know how old I was, but I remember I wrote Manyatela on my leg. My mother was very angry with me. And my cousin put Liquilea on his leg as a tattoo. Sure. So yes, Jungle King just says, as for him, the less I say, the better for my peace once and always.
Jungle
King. I appreciate that one. We can now tackle the next topic, Buffet. To Hannah Nailing. This was the one for should we be worried? Okay. Me, Mr. Coach, and I had many ways that we wanted to portray this question. He left Sundowns out because apparently we're supposed to be afraid of Sundowns. Angazmina, Mr. Pen. When it comes to Chiefs and Skukune, maybe a little bit of Durban City just for some curry.
Yeah.
That's from some spice in the food. And when it comes to Chiefs and Skukune, should we be worried?
Had you asked me this question a week ago, 7 days ago, 7 days ago, I would have told you a different story. I would have told you a story because, yeah, I remember when Chiefs played Sundowns. Yeah, they went hard at Sundowns. Actually, they were more convincing than Sundowns, and well, then I think the decider was Chiefs versus Kukuni. That's actually where we're going to see if indeed they are title contenders. Because when you're competing for the title, you have to be able to win difficult games. So, how? He will teach you how to beat Kukuni. Will show you how.
How to score against Kuku.
We've never conceded. We're not conceding. So, and a lucky check at another game. No. I see exactly what's going on here. And the Chiefs, I know. So, Chiefs 7 days ago, yeah. And I know on top of that, they lose one game, so Kubua coach you. And then West, Bayako Kev, and then they lose their first game. Then no ways. There's no ways I'll be worried about Chiefs. Bona though they did sign quality players. Their squad, their squad in fact
they signed 11 players to be fair, Shem.
Yeah, ba signile. Yeah, they literally, rebuild. But Yona, I'm not worried. Yeah, it's the data Chiefs. Right, say at 3 points arena mall. And 6. Then 6. Okay. And then now when I check Skukuni, I think you and I would say yes, should definitely be worried. Why? It's cause last season Skukuni. Team And what's actually happening, Gas Kukuni, I actually expected this with Stellenbosch. You know, like those the team takes one number 3, 4. I expected Stellenbosch to be that one that challenges for the title at some point, but Kimo is Kukune instead. And then I just think for Kukune, come second half of the season, they don't have the enough depth for it.
And they're playing Kev, ne?
No,
They're not. Okay.
they're not. Ke Stellenbosch, ke rena, ke Chiefs.
Chiefs are saibala ya buya no ya fetsa. So focus on Moliki. Or top 8.
So yeah, so Stella King Skukune, Lindam Tambo Hubet, Captain Yabona, and then K.A. Bradley Grobler is on fire, but
Jay Prone as well.
If I injured the Grobler, then it's over. So you're now Bella could say you can worry about them, but then second half of the season, I know Mole that's when will definitely start overperforming in terms of them. Marakosi and then look at the coach. You know how it is when you lose a coach. That moment, those few games of instability. Look at us. Like even us, we moved from last season. Game after game. You're sure you're gonna get the result, and then Ufika coach in charge with all the players you can think of, and then it started a bit rusty. Lost 6 points because of having a new coach, new systems, all of that. So there's no way Chiefs Leona Ikasi Shugumenyana for the next few weeks. And obviously, the way League Linkateng lose 2, 3, 4 games that are important, and then the league is gone.
True.
Skukuni, Tinkler. I've been traumatized. I've been afraid. I think there was a time that I even was meaning for Tinkler to do something
Against Sundowns.
Benefit Pirates, and I realized, and meaning for him to win a trophy and start culture. I'm done meaning when it comes to Tinkler. I'm not worried about him. Which means I keep on adding Skukuni, but they're keeping things interesting. I thought it was Siema. It's proving to be the ethos of the club that they will do well.
There's some really good recruitment also.
Really good recruitment. I like that you mentioned Stellenbosch, Ben, because that is one of the easiest clubs to think of that would cause issues. But it seems like Skukune has overtaken them. Kaizer Chiefs, translator Ilaya Nabi he ought to be investigated. I feel like why do I feel like Umkawati? Yeah.
Yeah, special one.
Dope, dog. Thank you for that knowledge, dog. Yeah, he must be investigated for throwing Nabi under the bus, especially when he was gone. I speak just English now. Okay, but it's more. So anyway, I'm not worried about Chiefs. I was worried about Chiefs, but then coach did a very good job to say, not if coach and the assistant coach.
Coach is away from home.
Hey, the pens and South African football chats.
Assistant coach and translator. Like
so not really afraid of Chiefs, especially of what they did in Africa. It really, for me, if you're going to be a good team, show me in a preliminary round of Africa. And Ratsib, I wonder with us when we did badly against Zwaneng second season, it was stepping on towards something and I think we probably played the Zwaneng game after winning the MTN8. I'm not sure. So we were still on a high nyana. It was like, okay, we still got some chinks in the armor, and back then we didn't have as much depth. Fade. You can't now come and be brand new today and be the best thing since sliced bread and then do like that. Fade. So yeah, especially in the most recent performance also in the league. Yeah, but no. Chiefs has their own issues. I don't know who's gonna cook now. Or bana ba tlo jang, go in the house since they've lost their head chef. So I'm not worried about them. Sundowns is my issue, and I think Sundowns will be the subject of the next topic, Buffet 2. So before we get there, I think let me start with Jangile before I get to Amos's comment. Jungle are minus to say we don't have to worry, but they must continue to worry even more about us. I would not like to be an opposition. I wouldn't want to be an up right now, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not worried about Skukune, no Chiefs. Sundowns is dropping points bit by bit. That's the only team I could be worried about. Let's see how long Skukune are going to maintain this here unbeaten run. Let's see. They are so lucky.
Can they do it on a wet Tuesday in Devon? I don't know.
And then Jungle are even worse. Babang Bonabar, they sign quality. Ya go para fela. Wait, Taco Bafetu for joining in the conversation. Aspanginini final. Ola?
I was rattled, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was rattled. Because it seemed like finally what Nabi had been building. And I said this a number of times last season that Chiefs played really good football last season. They just had issues. A goalkeeper who was drinking them week in, week out. They had poor fullbacks and they didn't have a striker. And I felt like they addressed the goalkeeper thing. And we gifted them two very good fullbacks. And all they needed really was a gunslinger, in which they got in Kanyisa Maya. So I was rattled. But I'm so disappointed in Chiefs' management. I feel it's not about am I afraid. I'm looking at my son and saying, I'm just disappointed. The management, how can you Utaweki assistant coach, translator for 3 games and decide to chase your father out of the house? What person in their right mind does that, bro? Like, they were onto something, they could have gone somewhere. I'm not saying they were going to win the league because if we're being realistic, giving club from number 9, you're in the league same season. But at least they could be a top 3 side, bro. Top 2, maybe not win the league, but take points away from us, be a banana peel. But management now that club is back to factory defaults. They are back in the top 8 challenge. Their goal is to play MTN8 next season. They can do such a lot. You fire a coach mid-season, beginning of the season, without pre-season. Assistant, that's not going to cry, but fair Sundowns Chiefs. And then also, just to echo what you said, goes Kukune. And I think I'll tell you say I never get a season go for the riding here. Lazam, I'm fair to Cape Town City. They'll take points away from us.
And that's who say it.
They'll take points away from us, sure. But when it matters, first of all, I know these coaches are fair to. They're gonna see Sundowns and just bend over backwards and lie down for Sundowns to take points. So and then it's gonna be a very similar thing. Sundowns will wanna yeah, they've got some points now, but January after November, no, he'll be lucky to have a job. So yeah, honestly, it's only up to us to stop ourselves at this point.
Dope. Okay, final topic, Buffet 2. I've been loving this stream. It's been one of those slow cooks over the grill, low and slow. Buffet 2. So final topic, Can we start streaming again, Buffet 2? One of the first ever streams on this channel, videos on this channel. We had Mr. Mafel Long part of the panel, and he was like, and also Mr. Chaos, who was here earlier, and we were busy talking about our possibilities for the season. And I was like, can we win it all? Are we capable? And he was like, why not?
Why not?
Why not? So we became a little bit more humble after that, a little bit more realistic. And when we are talking about realisticness, can we realistically start dreaming again?
Why not? Honestly speaking, we should, bro. And I think not only should we start dreaming, we should start expecting it. Again,
Okay, wait. Let's define dreaming. The lot,
the marathon, KP.
the league.
Okay. The marathon, KP.
Okay, when we talk about dreaming, we are talking about at least the league.
You know what? I want to actually add to that. Pirates has 2 very big mandates, and I think the chairman will agree with me. We need that second star, Fitz. That second star is overdue. We need it, and we need the league. I think you can, realistically, honestly, I think this season you can dream about 1. I don't know about 2. It's possible. It's definitely more possible this season than it was last season, but it is asking for a lot if we're being honest with ourselves. So, minimum 1, and I think we have everything that it takes, and even Coach Ouaddou's showing that he's capable. He has it in him. It's taking potential. So, there's no reason to be pessimistic anymore. Lena, he's got a taste of glory. Shaka Cole Metal, no, there are players from Moremi who are now tasting glory, and the master chef is going to be very important because he's been there to win the league before. Maybe not Champions League, but from what I saw in our Champions League run last season, I still believe Jose Urnuile got semi-final. It was there for us to make it to the final. So if we can do it without depth,
Yes.
I guess I know who's dreaming from that side, Mr. Pen. The league slash care from Fetu. Can we start dreaming again? Rabachuta, if we say we can win the league, we've got what it takes. Are we lying? Are we just, throwing caution to the wind? Or can we realistically dream again?
Yes. And then here's something I also want to highlight, actually. Last season, we went 10 games, 10 wins, and still lost the league by what? 18 points? If I'm not mistaken. So, that's why I'm not worried about those neighbor Chiefs. That is so our mandate is to basically shebile log everything will be Pirates with Sundowns. That's the only thing that we are chasing. So Sundowns can say property points, and then look at the Sundowns camp. It's not looking all nice.
Rosy, ne?
Yeah. Wawona le Cardoso attitude ya high monna. Lena is I mean I'm not a Sundowns fan, but sometimes the way I buang ka teng nje ya buang le mo media mole, like I could imagine or those players have a petile ba some result over how the change room is. So I think if let's say Atwana Mangoba like last year, remember Mangoba? I think first game KF he drew and the results they weren't so shocked at all and he was out. So Lena Kato, so I think
1-3-0.
yeah, Hakata vele ku Orlando da Ramhlaba 3-0 is out. So and now I look at it in this way. I'd say last season where we started dipping, where we started sometimes who increase the gap above us. It was basically second half of the season when depth mattered the most, and then that's when midfield arena, Mbatali, Le Makaula were getting exhausted, running every game here, and then Sundowns, Nereka Adams. And then well, the rest was history. In their midfield, so in our case, if we're able to number 2 CAF semi-final and Leon semi-final, it was just a matter of decisions and could have gone to the final. Now you have all those players batting, but you've got all those players plus more, plus so fit. Now even I'm not even. It's not like we are shy about it. Even now, we need the league. We need CAF, the second star.
Dope. I never feel to. I just want to play good football and fill up the stadium. No, I'm kidding. Just I'm afraid to dream right now. Okay, I'm lying. The league, it's just been so long. It's, when it's so long, or if you don't date for a while and you come from a long-term relationship or something like that, it's hard to get back to the dating scene. What's up? I'm feeling like it's just a girl. You say hi to her. But who's on team? So that's actually how I feel about the league right now. As the league, careful going. Careful. Unalmangda. Plus Al Ahly is still.
Exactly.
And Pyramids Leon and
the only team that you can count on to defend the Champions League is Al Ahly, and Al Ahly, I wanna coach right now.
True. So not careful I can dream. League it's just such a marathon, and we never lose the games that we expect to lose the league. We lose the ones that we expect to win. So I don't know what to think, but I think the fact that Ouaddou, it didn't take him too long to realize man, I've got about 2.5 teams here. All I have to do is look at what the other team is doing for one half, and I actually know what to do to tactically beat them up. So if you can just stay like that and there's no revolt or whatever, if the squad stays together as hungry as they are right now, Mr. Ben, you couldn't have expected them to be this hungry. Mr. Coach, look why hey, thank you. What dancing? I had been saying dancing, come on, Jalang dancing. Look how hungry and how pivotal he was in yesterday's game. I'm expecting the same from Kwaiba. The only person maybe that I can say has been a little bit underwhelming, Kibotain. Daba, look at that hunger. Hoto, we know then the next time he plays again, even if he's on the bench for a while and he gets his break, how dope is he gonna be when he returns? Langtol. So this is me dreaming, praying and hoping. So we'll see league in to Kev. Let's keep on with these threes. I'm liking this clean sheet and 3-goal thing. 3 goals, three goals a game, 3 games in a row, 3 clean sheets, and Mabasa only has 3 goals to go to beat the record.
Well, to match the record.
Dope. Away. So I think the roads as Paganers. So that is my feeling, and that's where I would like to end it in when it comes to that trimming. So I'm just gonna read the last few comments, and then you guys can just say bye bye. So Jungle King says the adventure continues. Yes, it really does. Mfethu, so many things to see and that they've shown us. And then Amos Armina, guys, I'm dreaming already. I don't see a reason why not. Why not?
Why?
Oh, are you the new why not, Amos? I don't see why not. We are showing up every week in, week out. We are the team to watch now. And I'm pretty sure some Basutus from yesterday got converted. And he said, we are the team to watch now, and we are good enough for any assignment. Oh, Pama Pagane. Tanko Amos for that comment over there. Tanko Amos, Tanko. Jungle King for being, the fuel drivers in this life. But to see, and we have a game against Swelele in midweek, and then we have Diodi at home. And then when it comes to the league, most teams have played either 7 or 8 games, and so we are Honano as at number 8. And we are 4 points off of third and many points off of second and first. So where to from here, Machimbus?
I think it's simple. Coach Ouaddou, technical staff, Kafel and the players, just click that exit box on Chrome, close the log, don't open it, and focus on every game. Just focus on beating the team in front of you. 3 is nice, but you just need 3 points. So just focus, like right now, focus on Swelele, I think away from home. Focus on doing on a Tuesday night in Bloemfontein. I think they should just save their money and not come to Orlando to use that time to train, forfeit the game. But yeah, I think we just focus on each game. Do not listen to these other teams. These other teams have enough problems. They mustn't bring their stress to us. They're gonna drop points. So yeah, just focus on the 3 points. Forget about games in hand, because games in hands have been our Achilles heel since the beginning of time. So yeah, just 3 points at a time. Come December, people will be crying without even playing them.
Yeah, really. It's just one game at a time, man. Wait, the Pirates, yeah, previous seasons. Wait, those nominate MTN8 game earlier midweek. Are you sure it's a great week? Yeah, the first game or two after Cup, yeah, you're sure. So I now was impressed in feature. We came got same mentality earlier, good 3 goals, and then le coach wa bona le starting 11 mona zankara I team ya sa itsebeng and I so if that's how we take each and every game, then league arena mfethu tla no ntse re tsamaya re ntse re etsa di 3 goals 3 points, keep it on, and then December e tla re fitla ya Christmas break, e tla fitla setse go bonagala gore di title contenders ke bomang.
The truth will start opening up then.
Okay, dope, guys. I like the positivity, guys. I like the optimism, gents. Okay, gents. I think you guys, let's just keep on keeping on. There's nothing to be afraid of. Let's take this momentum. It's clearly there. A lot wrong could have happened. Like you said, Ben, a lot wrong could have happened. It's a very good thing that we are very pushing on. And so, Mindlos, keep on up. Long time no see. Brothers, all games we are going to win. Buffet 2 and Pirates are on form. I don't see why we would actually drop the form. He's right. Yeah, Buffet 2. If we are winning the games that we are supposed to be winning, and then even winning the cup finals, Tanko Pagania, Buffet 2. Lovely stream. I missed Bucs Chat live, my chance. Especially the striker conversation. That was a killer for me, gents. Thank you very much, Ben My Steeler, for joining us. Thank you also to you, the technical director of the channel, Mr. Coach. And thank you to Amapaganea that tuned in and commented. Please don't forget to like on your way out, everybody. Bucs Chat live. We'll be back with another one sooner than you know. Amapaganea. Danko.
Hayi, isigama kepula sakepula umhlaba kamasipala sewubhekisa phezulu. It's the Happy People TV. Danko, Papaganea.